Sawada lies on Miyamura's couch, swinging her legs, getting him to tell the kind of colors Hori would like for the ribbon on the chocolates she wraps for Hora for Valentine's. An annoyed Miyamura keeps asking her to leave, but Sawada's rant about wanting the wrapping to be cute and appealing turns the situation towards Miyamura, who was planning to let the shop wrap it. Now Miyamura wants to know how to wrap gifts, but he only gets the information after telling the colors Hori likes. In school, Hori walks with Remi and Sakura when Remi asks if she is getting Miyamura something. Remi does not seem very satisfied with the idea of only Miyamura making her something and Hori not doing so in return. Hori reminds her that her only attempt at baking a cake produced a burnt output. Remi smiles, pointing to the fact that Miyamura would like anything she makes him. The three walk over to Miyamura and Sawada doing something. Sawada gets overexcited about seeing Hori and is about to blurt about knowing her favorite colors and the gift stuff when Miyamura drags her away. Sawada is busy cursing at Miyamura when her classmate approaches her. She asks Sawada about being friends with third years and then mentions wanting to give a boy chocolates for Valentine's. Assuming someone with good looks, Sawada asks if it's Yanagi or Miyamura. Upon negative response, the questions shift to Ishikawa and Sengoku, but Sawada is more than shocked to hear her mention the guy who sometimes wears hoodies to school. Poor Ayura. The two girls then bend down in the middle of the hallway discussing the not-so-secret dating life of Yura, who is single. The girl feels good to share this stuff with Sawada. She asks Sawada if she knows what chocolates he likes, but Sawada is unaware, so offers to ask Ayura for her. Miyamura is trying to tie Ishikawa's tie, while Ayura rants about not getting any chocolates. Miyamura ties a bow to practice what he'll do on the wrap. Sawada peeks into the room, getting noticed by everyone. She hides behind Miyamura, asking Ayura if he likes any particular kind of chocolate. After a good moment of shock, Ayura tells her he likes all kinds of them, and then keeps looking at her nervously and repeating the same thing. Ishikawa questions if Sawada is giving him some chocolates, but Sawada makes a disgusted face in denial and leaves. Somebody give the poor guy some chocolates. Sawada and her classmate have a sweet time together when choosing chocolates for their senior crushes. She tells Sawada to take the chocolates if she doesn't find the courage to give them to Ayura. Hori, on the other hand, decides to try something for Miyamura and goes to the kitchen expert, Sakura. Sakura likes the gesture, so while Hori panics about not being able to give a good gift, Sakura brings her a recipe guide for simple desserts. Hori prepares herself to make the dessert. Kyosuke asks for the chocolate while Hori holds a knife, making it seem like she's preparing for a battle. Even Soda and her friend think she is up to something dangerous because of her looks. The two run off by her scary expressions. When Hori prepares the dessert, she serves it to everyone. Soda tastes it first, straight up telling her he doesn't like it. His friend tells her it is fine. Her mother finds it good with a less amount of sweetness, which might be the reason Soda didn't like it. Hori panics about what is sugarcoating and what's not in these opinions. Hori takes it up to Sakura the next day, sulking about lacking in taste. Sakura tastes the dessert and does not find it as bad as Hori thinks. Sakura reminds her of Remus's words and tells her she likes them too. Hori emotionally hugs Sakura from behind, which seems creepy and scary for Sakura. Everyone distributes chocolates among friends and classmates on Valentine's. Miyamura seems to have brought obligatory chocolates for literally everyone from his family's company. Miyamura then invites Hori to his house in the evening. As Hori walks away, Sawada comes running and hugging her from behind. She hands him the chocolate pouch with an orange ribbon beautifully tied on it. Hori loves the ribbon, making Sawada confess she took help from Miyamura. Yoshikawa distributes chocolates to Sakura and Remi, but the weird smell makes them fake a smile that they'll eat at home. Sakura realizes she brought something too, so runs to catch up to Yoshikawa. Yoshikawa thinks it must be for Ishikawa, but Sakura tells her to take a look inside first. Peeking inside, she finds two boxes, one for her and the other for Ishikawa. Hori walks into Miyamura's house. He then brings her a plate of chocolate cake with whipped cream. It looks delicious in sight, so Hori doesn't take much time to take a bite. As per her expectations, the cake was delicious enough. Miyamura mentions not being able to decide how to wrap it, so he invited her to his house to present it nicely. The sweet gesture reminds her she put no effort into wrapping what she brought either. With no other choice, she hands him the dessert, dreading a bad reaction from him. Against her expectations, Miyamura likes what she made and makes her taste it too. It indeed tastes better than her practice samples. This makes Hori realize that even with great cooking skills, even Miyamura felt tense about how she would like the taste of the cake, but all is well if the two are content with what the other did for them. This is followed by a little teasing of horror for being nervous in front of Miyamura. Sawada finds her classmate still with the bag in her hands. She tries to convince her to give it, but stops realizing she does not have the courage yet. Trying to lift her mood, she reminds her of the deal of receiving the chocolates if she doesn't give them to Ira. This transaction may be considered another step into Sawada's life of socializing. Flashback to the high school life of my favorite parents, Kyosuke and Koyanagi. They first met when first-year Kyosuke was parking his motorbike in a hidden lot behind a school building. Koyanagi told him he should park it somewhere else and left. Thinking about why she didn't tell him not to ride one, he decides to change the position even though his friend told him it was a good secret spot. By luck, and Koyanagi on his side, the lot was discovered by the authorities, but Kyosuke dodged a bullet. Kyosuke tried asking out his crush only to get slapped, but he still seemed unbothered. Koyanagi, who witnessed it all, asked for help carrying the excessive boxes toward the student council while she was swinging due to the weight. As the two walked to the council room, guess who is the president? Sengoku Takaru. He rudely tells Koyanagi to hurry up, but Kyosuke walks up to him, telling him to not expect her to be fast with this many boxes and to thank her for her work. Takaru tells Kyosuke to wear his uniform correctly, catching him off guard. But he did thank Koyanagi after that. The two later sat outside when Kyosuke apologized for making things awkward between them, but Koyanagi was so unbothered that she simply told him she'll resign if things got awkward. After becoming friends, one of the classmates of his interested in him starts insulting Koyanagi in front of the lockers. She raises her voice and tries to intimidate her while Koyanagi looks at her confusedly. Kyosuke witnesses it all and angrily corners the girl, threatening her not to insult Koyanagi. He is almost as mad as hitting her only to be shouted at by Koyanagi. She tells him he should never raise a hand at some woman, but the next moment was what made Kyosuke decide she is indeed the one for him. She walked up to the girl, striking her hand right across her cheek, and then bringing back her cute smile that she, however, can raise a hand on a woman. Why are we getting this flashback? It's Kyosuke narrating the past to Miyamura, while Miyamura sits in front of him with a bandage on his cheek. Now we know where Hori gets her anger problems from. Kyosuke tells him to not deal with Hori harshly when she is mad, or things can go the wrong way for them. At the end of this conversation, Miyamura gets a little surprised when his wound starts stinging out of nowhere. Kyosuke is shocked that this happens to Miyamura too. Hori comes to Kyosuke, asking for a t-shirt because all the ones she wears after showering are in the laundry. Kyosuke reminds her they'll be lost. Soda walks in showing his new toy to Hori, while Hori observes his shirt and suddenly lifts it. Kyosuke is as freaked out as thinking she developed a brother composite. Well, brother complex is what he means. Soda freaks out, calling it a vengeful spirit. Hori is taken aback, wondering if he meant vicious beast. Hori clarified she was wondering if she could fit into his clothes, making Kyosuke joke that she ate too much mochi a while back, so she wouldn't fight in them now. Taking it as an offense and a challenge, she runs to fit into Soda's shirt while Kyosuke asks if he can invite Miyamura. Enraged by the triggering, she agrees, while Kyosuke calls Miyamura, inviting him for an HFW. HFW is Hori Fashion Week. Hori walks in wearing Soda's hoodie, but Kyosuke tells her hoodies are oversized, so they don't count. She runs back to prove she can fit into a t-shirt as well. So when she walks in the next moment with a t-shirt that only falls to half her abdomen, Miyamura sits there enjoying the chaos. Miyamura, Kyosuke, and Soda then start passing comments about her half-fitted shirt, making her even more embarrassed than she already is. Soda is busy drawing on the table when Hori appears there shouting at him for making a mess. He shouts back that he's going to clean it, but she keeps doubting. Kyosuke comes to his defense that he said he'd do it. Miyamura enters the situation only to get bombarded by their rants. The four then sit discussing the issue calmly when Kyosuke tells Hori he is on her side. He then adds fuel to the fire by asking if she is okay other than being short-tempered. This is followed by Hori isolating herself inside her room, while Miyamura shouts at Kyosuke for annoying her more. Hori then comes out of the room but doesn't let anybody touch her. The "don't touch me" probably means she is so mad that even Soda silently clears the table, making Hori ruffle his hair but still with a dead look and avoidance for the other two. Later, Hori and Miyamura are busy working when Soda enters wanting to play the world as in outer space. Hori tries to make him leave while Miyamura starts clearing his stuff to comply. Soda lays out the carpet, that is the spaceship, and whoever goes out dies. The moment his explanation ends, Hori pushes him off the carpet. Miyamura is shocked at the sadist as she laughs and takes over his toy as her comrade, while Soda cries outside. Miyamura questions her but Hori wants him to solve his problems himself. Soda suddenly uses a pillow to call it an escape pod and drags himself towards the carpet. Miyamura tries to talk to Hora when Soda sneaks up behind her, hitting her hard as revenge. Miyamura is surprised that Soda is learning kanji this early when he couldn't even write his name in it. This makes Kyosuke and Hori sniffle their laughs at Miyamura. Soda is about to walk out of the kitchen when he notices the sink full of dishes. Recalling how his mother liked it when he helped her before, he decides to do the dishes as a sweet gesture for his family. Hori walks in, noticing him doing the dishes, and starts shouting at him for doing so. She mentions he could have cut himself with sharp objects, but Soda starts crying over her being rude and not even considering anything before shouting. He then runs to Miyamura, who just walked in, but Miyamura understands the situation. Trying to handle this nicely, he tells Hori in a very sweet manner that Soda was just trying to help, and he has done this before too, so she should have said it more nicely. He then makes sure Soda understands her concern too. Miyamura freaks out when Hori starts crying, thinking he is still rude. Soda then starts crying that he made his sister upset. Now Miyamura has the two siblings clinging to him while crying rivers. Kyosuke walks in, calls it fun, refuses to indulge, and leaves. In the room, Miyamura calms Hori, thinking he was too harsh, but Hori tells him she doesn't like it when he's not on her side. He smiles at this and tells her he is on her side, but he will get mad at her if she is wrong. Hori smiles sneakily, asking if he'll shout and hit her for that. Miyamura panics on why he'd do that, realizing Hori is back to her normal behavior. Soda comes back excited about the praise he got for his family essay. The family is excited, but only until the essay is directed to his older brother. The whole family gives a death stare to Miyamura, who freaks out in return.